everybody. My name is Bianca. I am Calista's mother, and I am going to continue sharing her story. A lot has changed since we've last spoken, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a very hard road for us. So apparently, Calista had rhinovirus before the surgery. Even though she showed no signs or symptoms of it, she must have been carrying it or developing it before surgery, and when the procedure was done, I guess it had an effect and snowballed into pneumonia. Because Calista has pneumonia, shortly after her jaw distraction surgery, it had a really negative effect on her lungs. Her lungs started to fill up with mucus, and her oxygen levels started going down. So the doctors decided to keep her intubated. As I said before, intubated is basically a tube that is put down your throat to help breathe for you. Originally, she was intubated during the surgery. They decided to keep her intubated for 2 days because her airways started to swell, giving time for the swelling to go down. But then she got sick and she stopped breathing, so now she needs it to help her, with her oxygen level. Another thing that happened is because she has been intubated, she has to remain sedated. And because she has been sedated since Tuesday, today is Sunday, March 25th, she has been sedated since Tuesday, March 20th, she has to remain asleep so she doesn't move. Now, when you're intubated, you can't move. But because she's been sedated for so long, she started becoming immune to the drug, so they had to give her something stronger to keep her still while she's intubated, and they put her on a paralytic drug, which basically is like a muscle relaxer. In short, an induced coma. She can hear you, she can feel you, but she can't move. It's almost like, and I hate to say this, but it's almost like she's alive, but she's not alive. Because she is not moving at all. She can't respond. Her eyes are like halfway open. It looks bad. Now, the medicine, or I don't know why, I'm not going to say it's the medicine. I don't know why, but her body started retaining water. So she also became swollen everywhere. Her head is swollen, her hands, her feet, her legs, her belly, her arms. She was not peeing, so they installed a catheter in her. And she still has not had a bowel movement since Tuesday. They've given her suppositories, they've given her enemas, they've given her medicine. Still nothing. So, what's happening now? Basically, right now, she is still in a coma. She is still asleep. They are giving her oxygen level is getting better. She's still not 100% breathing on her own, but she is showing signs of progress. The doctor has said to me today that they might keep her intubated for 3 to 5 days. They just want to give her lungs time to heal. They're trying to get rid of the mucus inside of her body. They're trying to make sure the swelling has gone down. They're trying to make sure she is capable of breathing on her own before they take that tube out. A new concern, however, is that, as I stated before, she is G-tube fed, and they have stopped feeding her. They've been keeping her hydrated with fluids, but they noticed that when they vet her G-tube, I don't know if you know what venting is, but it's basically like a way of trying to get rid of any gas or air inside of your belly if you're not able to burp or pass gas. But they know when they notice when they vent her, it's like this bow comes out of her G-tube, which I'm still trying to gather more information about what that means exactly, and when I do, again, I will share it with you. But now the concern is, I guess what that means, or if anything else is going on that we need to worry about. So, just a brief recap to make sure I'm making sense. So, she had the surgery went well. She must have had a cold before surgery, which turned into pneumonia. Now, because she has pneumonia, her lungs started to get weak, and she was not able to breathe on her own. The doctors are on that. They're working on it. So what else? She wasn't able to breathe on her own. Her body started swelling up. She hasn't been able to pee. She hasn't been able to poop. She hasn't been awake since Tuesday. I'm not saying that this is a common complication when you get the jaw distraction procedure. Please don't think that if your child is getting a jaw distraction that they will get pneumonia. Again, Calista has pneumonia because she must have had an infection in her body before the surgery. So my advice would be to make absolutely sure that your child has no infections or any cold or any illness in any way before procedure. Because if so, there is a possibility that they could develop a serious infection. How I'm doing, if you want to know, not too good. I have a son, so I've been playing ping pong. I'm either at the hospital or I'm at home. When I feel bad as a mother because I haven't been staying at the hospital like I anticipated. Because she's in the ICU, there's no space for me. And when I'm here, I just feel like I'm in the way of the doctors and nurses. Because the way it's set up, I'll try to get images for you, but the way it's set up, the parents have to sit behind the bed and all the machines. So I can't see anything. And so I go home. Because my thought process is she's asleep, she's not awake, but my son is at home and he's waiting for me. So I try to go home and spend time with him, but when I'm at home with him, I'm just like, I can't believe my daughter's in the hospital by herself. And I just leave and go back to the hospital. So it's hard figuring that part out. It's a balance thing. I hate seeing her like that. I miss my daughter. I miss simple things. I want her to open her eyes. I want to hold her. I want to talk to her. And it's so sad because even though she looks lifeless, like she gets tears in her eyes. It's almost like she's crying in her sleep. And I know she's in pain. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, I don't sleep. I go to bed probably like midnight, but I'll wake up at 5. And as soon as I wake up, I'm like, I need to get to my daughter. I just want to be with her. I want to know what the doctors are saying today. I want to know if she's doing better. I can't eat. You don't really have an appetite when you're stressed, but I'm okay with that because I need to lose weight anyway. I'm just worried. I love that girl. I love that girl. And seeing her like this is just devastating. It's devastating. Nobody wants their child to to be put in a coma. Nobody wants their child to need a machine to breathe for them. You know, it's just, I feel like I'm being broken down. I know she'll be okay though, so, you know, please pray for my baby. Pray for my sanity. You know, I know I'm not in the right headspace, so if you feel like it's something that you would like to know that I didn't explain properly, or if you have a question about rhinovirus or pneumonia or the ICU or children's or a jaw distraction or being put in a coma or being intubated, please feel free. Contact me. Ask me anything. You know, the purpose of this is to be able to share information and share the experience of a jaw distraction, the effects of the family, the way, the recovery process, and, you know, in case you or anyone you know will have to experience this. But, you know, pneumonia was not a part of it. This was not a part of her recovery. This is something that happened. I'm being broken down as her mother. I feel broken, but I've been broken before, and we'll get through this. I know she'll be okay. Like, she has to be okay. This girl is a fighter. She's been fighting all her life. She lives with three boys, 6 and under. She knows how to fight, so I know she's going to fight through this. It's just, even though I know she'll win, it's still hard to see her fight. So, if you have any questions, if I'm leaving anything out, message me, let me know. I want to be here for you, like I know you guys are here for me and Calista, and I appreciate you keeping up with her story and her journey, and I hope that I can be helpful to anyone. All I ask is that you pray for us. Keep her lifted. Keep me lifted.